So for this part of our job in our company, we're discussing the employee development portion of it. A big portion of our employee development comes from a mentoring program that we stage for our newer employees. As we've discussed, our newer employees are usually a younger age, male or female, that is usually either right out of college or college age. So we provide a mentoring program with an older person in the company that can show them the ropes of the company, how to appropriately deal with customers who are angry or disgruntled, that kind of behavior, how to appropriately make the trip as fun and as exciting as it can be. So we make a mentoring program a group program. So we have one of our team leaders kind of take on 4 or 5 of our new employees, or newest employees, and kind of show them around the company, show them how the things work. And the job experience is really where our employees learn. So they learn how to take care of, as a guide, learn how to take care of the customers that are out there. They learn how to approach difficult situations. They learn how to make it fun. They kind of learn the jokes that you want to tell to make it as lively as you can. So the job experience is really where the development comes in our employees. And another one is assessment. So we can assess our guides to see whether they really do want to enter into that management mode, or whether they just kind of want to be a guide for our company. As we've said before as well, our company does employ more seasonal employees as well, so we do have some turnover. So if an employee doesn't want to be in management or something, they don't really go through assessment, but if the employee does verbalize some interest in it, we can do an assessment for their management skills. So you can turn the slide. So a development plan, as I was saying, so someone that does kind of show some interest in staying with the company long term will create a development plan for them. So the guide starts with a self-assessment. What do they do right? What do they do wrong? Are they friendly? Do they have complaints against them? Do they have positive feedback from the customers? Kind of things like that. And we want to know how they feel they've done, for starters, so self-assessment. And as a company, we look at them and see on the other end how the feedback is from our end, what our perspective on our employee is. A reality check for the employee comes in the form of, well, do they really want to stay here for a long amount of time, as I've previously said, or are they just a seasonal employee? So that reality check is, do you want to rise in the ranks of the company into management, into being a guide leader, or do you just want to be a guide for a summer? So the next step in our employee development plan is goals. So if they do express that management want, and they think they could do it, what are goals that they want to meet periodically throughout to achieve that management, or just even a higher level guide in our company. And so those goals could even involve more positive feedback, being requested by people that have come before by name to lead the group again, things such as that. Goals, and then a big term goal would be eventually working your way up into a leader or a guide leader for a company. So that's the third step. And then the fourth step in the development plan would be action. So how are you going to go about getting people to come and request you by name as a guide, or get positive feedback, or deal with the situations that need to be dealt with in an appropriate manner, and being counted on as one of the leaders and guides that we can look to in situations like that. So that's kind of the guide development plan that we've structured for our employees. And then the career stages within our company, they range, but for the most part, as I've previously said, they're pretty young people that work for our company, because we need able-bodied, fit people to run the activities, the extreme activities that we're providing. And so in the growth stage, we're not going to have many of those people because it's just too young an age to hire. Our exploration age will be the bulk of our employee base. So these employees are looking to see what they want to do with their life, what kind of options they want to do. And it's going to take a little bit more management to kind of guide these people into our company and make sure they stay in the guidelines and what we really want from them. So from the exploration group, that's why we provide a mentoring program. And that mentoring program comes from mostly the established or even the more experienced and older exploration group. So that's kind of how we manage that exploration group. Our establishment group will be our senior guides, our management, or even upper management, even a director. And to manage them is really to motivate them to keep working every day, to stay with our company, maybe provide them with promotions, pay incentives, things like that to keep them strong, keep them teaching the younger people really what we want from them. And then maintenance is going to probably be our accountant or even our marketing VP, HR VP, although that could fall in establishment as well. But from these people, they're in this for the long haul. They've been at this company for a while, or this is just something at the end of their career they like to do. And so we just need to make sure they're still bought into the system at the end of the day. And then the theory that we use is an expectancy theory. So pay incentives, as I previously mentioned. For up here, to keep the job inherently exciting isn't really a problem or an issue for us because the people love what they do. They get to go out into nature and lead people on great, awesome adventures. So the inherent part isn't really a problem. The expected rewards is just the monetary value. So again, the promotions, the bonuses for getting more people to our company, expansion and all that. So that's our theory. Thank you.
So in terms of decision making for organization, much of it will be automated. Specifically our programmable decisions, which we consider to be buying equipment and inventory, and the hiring process in general. For our hiring process, we have a set of standards that put a lot of weight on experience and credentials. References to are a must because we want to make sure we get the best, most qualified candidates that interact well with our customers. The best well-rounded candidates are the only ones that we will consider for our positions. But that's not to mean that we won't have any conflicts with our hiring process. For example, we may have to decide on what the most important criteria are for hiring. We may decide that experience outweighs references, and someone may disagree and think references are more important than experience. So the best way to handle this, we figure, is to anticipate these sorts of problems in advance. So the way we do that is we kind of came together and we decided, we sat down and came up with a specific set of weighted criteria that would evaluate each potential candidate to the best of their abilities. But it's not to say that we can foresee all sorts of conflicts. There's going to be a lot that come our way that we don't see coming. For instance, we might have to raise some capital to purchase some new equipment, or maybe we might have to find a new location. And that might lead to a lot of differences of opinion. We may have to issue debt, or issue equity, or maybe even pull together our savings. So if something like that arises, we'll have to sit down, weigh out all the costs and benefits, and make a decision. The real key to our success is that everyone involved in this organization is passionate about what we do. We all personally love having adventures, and we all enjoy adrenaline rushes. And that carries over through our management team and our employees and our clients as well.
The way that our management system is set up, it allows for these passionate people to mesh with the safety guidelines and procedures that we set out for us, so we can have fun while still being responsible and safe. Invest in our company.